Hi, and welcome back to Managing My Money with Rosa. This is my second dividend update for October 3rd, 2021. So last week, I started sharing my dividend journey with everyone, and things have changed this week. I've earned some dividends, I've bought some more shares, so I thought it'd be a really good idea to do an update. I have two ways in which I have received dividends in the past. The first is where they just deposited the money right into my investing account, and then it wasn't a lot at the time, so it really didn't seem like it impacted anything, but then I'd buy other stocks with it. The other way that I have begun to receive dividends consistently now is through what's called DRIP, Dividend Reinvestment Plan. And it's where my investment firm purchases additional stocks for me for the company that gives me dividends. So in a way, I'm kind of growing my portfolio intentionally, where before it was just going into the account and it was minuscule and I really didn't notice it, and then it was just going to be consistent. So right now, I really like the reinvestment plan just because now my portfolio is growing, and it's not because I'm taking the time to make it grow, but it's just passively growing. And that's really what I want to get towards, is passive income. So currently I have a couple of stocks that are dividend bearing stocks. These are my first three: BTG, Franco-Nevada, and Gold. They are all gold bearing company or gold mining companies. And my husband and I, at the beginning of this year, decided we wanted to invest in gold, and instead of gold, we went for the companies that mined it. So not really getting them because they were dividend stocks, but they turned out to be dividend stocks. So I've started to really enjoy those three stocks, and now I have them reinvesting and building on themselves. I also have AT&T, FUTY, which is a Fidelity utility fund. I have a GLAD and ORC, which are, all of a sudden I forgot what they're called. They are kind of like, they're financial institutions that loan money to businesses. And then OXSQ, I can never say that one right, and PSEC. And PSEC is my newest one, which we'll talk about in a little bit. So all of a sudden, thinking about it, if you would please hit subscribe if you're enjoying my channel, I'd really appreciate it. Hit the bell if you'd like notifications when I do my next video, and a thumbs up is always appreciated. I'd even like your comments below. What are some dividend bearing stocks that you like? I'd love to hear it. Earnings this week. So I got a couple of earnings the end of the month. So one of those was GLAD. I don't have a lot of stock in GLAD, so it was only 26 cents. I then got some from OXSQ. See, I still struggle with that. And again, I don't have a lot of stock in OXSQ, so it wasn't a lot, but it was reinvested back in. And then although this says the 1st, I actually received it on the 29th, like it says here. So I counted it as far as this quarter because it takes a little bit for it to settle and then get reinvested. So although it was a $4 dividend that was received, BTG is a foreign company. It's one of my gold companies. And so I have to pay foreign taxes on it. And then that all gets taken care of with my tax returns and everything, but I have to pay a foreign tax on it. So although I earned $4, I only got $3.40 reinvested, and I'm okay with that. It was roughly a share. So I'm excited. I got another whole share just about. And then Franco-Nevada is the same as BTG. It is a foreign company. So although the dividend received was 90 cents, I had to pay foreign taxes on it. So really it only reinvested 76 cents. And Franco-Nevada is a stock that I have no intention of purchasing more of. It is, I think, about 0.5% yield on its dividends, which is really, really low. It's not something I'm going to keep. The 3 gold companies that my husband and I bought into, when we bought into them, we agreed that we'd hold on to them until the price increased 50% and then we'd sell them. So Franco-Nevada, as soon as it hits that goal of it's made us 50% of what we paid for it, it's going to end up getting sold. But again, it happened on the 30th, but because it takes a couple of days and the weekend happened, it didn't clear until the 4th. But that's okay, I still counted it as part of my Q3 earnings. And then this week, I got a new stock, a PSEC, Prospect Corporation. I bought 2 shares at $7.72 a piece for $15.44. So I was really excited that I had that money to be able to do that. For the most part, there isn't a lot of play money to be able to purchase stocks with. So sometimes I can transfer over a little bit of money and I can get a stock here or a stock there of something. So I was really excited that I had the money to be able to get 2 shares of PSEC. PSEC is a quarterly dividend payer. So I'm really excited about that, and that I'll get dividends from it, not a quarterly, it is a monthly, sorry. It is a monthly dividend payer. So I actually will receive a dividend from it every month, which is really exciting. So currently, this is my year at a glance on what I've received dividends so far. If you were with me in the beginning, I had told you about I had one Apple stock. Apple stock, when I first started investing, Apple was expensive. Apple's still expensive to me if you really ask. But it was paying dividends. And again, I really didn't pay much attention, and talking to friends, and they're like, oh, Apple's the thing to buy and hold, and you're gonna make so much money on it, and it's just gonna grow. Well, it didn't really grow, and it was paying me 22 cents a share, 21 cents in the beginning and 22 cents a share. And reality is it's less than 0.5% yield, and that's awful. So I actually sold that and bought some other stocks. So I'm really excited. So this is a list of all of my stocks that are dividend bearing stocks. Now there were 2 that I bought into too late to be able to get them in the month of September, but that's okay. And then this, actually, I have a high interest savings account, and I'm tracking how much interest I get as well as I add money and watching it grow. There's not a lot of money in it either, but that's okay. I'm working on building up retirement. That's what this account is it's a retirement account. So I'm working on building it up and getting more interest so that I can have passive income and I don't have to go to work every day. Dividends by quarter. So this was last week when I did my video. I had gotten $5.07 on Q1 of this year, $5.40 on Q2 of this year, and then up to last week I had made $3.15 for Q3, and then we got those additional dividend payments, and we are now up to $8.27, and that I am just so excited about. So it's a 1-week increase of $5.12. It is an increase of $2.87 a quarter. And my goal right now is to earn $10 a month in dividends. When I earn $10 a month in dividends, I'm going to then set myself a little higher. And $10 really doesn't sound like a lot, but when you're looking at, I was only making $5 a quarter. So 5 divided by 3, that's like $1, not even $2 a month. I think $10 a month is a really good stepping stone. Dividends aren't, in the beginning, they're not going to make me rich, but long term, they're going to help. There's going to be lots of benefits. So speaking of long term, trackyourdividends.com has become one of my favorite sites. It holds what all of my stocks are. It tells me about my dividend yield. It tells me about my yield on cost, my annual income, and my portfolio beta. So I have no idea what a portfolio beta is. So if somebody would be happy to put that in, I should probably do some research and see what that is, but I really don't know. But the upcoming dividends is my favorite view. It gives me a nice chart of how much I'm going to get. So those are only monthly. dividends, only monthly dividends, and this is that combination of monthly dividends and quarterly dividends. So that's why that one is so much higher. And then this breaks it down, which I absolutely love as well. So I know instantly how much I'm supposed to be getting from which one. Now, my PSEC, I'm probably not going to get in the month of September, or sorry, the month of October, because I think I bought it too late, but that's okay. I'm going to work on building it up. I'm working on building up my OXSQ as well. The goal is to buy some more shares of OXSQ this week so that it will continue to go up. And then down here, it talks about the different, how much PSEX is supposed to give, the total that I'm going to get, and the date that it's supposed to be dropped into my account. But because my brokerage takes a day or two, takes a little bit of time for it to take the dividend that I've been given and then turn it into a reinvestment, it doesn't always happen on the date that's given here. So I was saying that short term, this type of passive income isn't really going to make me rich, but long term is a completely different story. So long term, when I look at this right now, I know that I've got $114 coming in annually. That really isn't a lot. I know that my dividend yield, meaning I'm earning 6.65% on my money that I have invested. What I need to work on is my 5-year dividend growth rate. And I really need to get this up. My money, my stocks that I've chosen are only going to grow roughly 2.3% over the next 5 years. And I really need to start working on that dividend growth rate. I'd like to have it at about 5%. So going to start working on that, a little here and a little there. But that annual income, and then this program automatically sets it out for 10 years out. So in 10 years, I should be getting $314. And that's assuming I don't do drip, and that's assuming that I don't buy any additional stocks. Well, reality is I'm going to do both. I'm going to continue reinvesting, and I'm going to continue purchasing dividend-bearing stocks. So this actually is up. Last week, it was $109, and now it's $114, and that's because that changes with the amount that the stock changes as well. They're assuming that when stocks rise, that dividends are going to rise. So that's part of why this has gone up, and I've reinvested just a little bit here and a little bit there. So short term, the next 5 years, it goes from 114 to 176. Not a big jump, but again, that's $176 of passive income that I don't have to wonder where it's coming from, and I won't have to work for somebody else for that. And then if I look long term, 25 years out, it's roughly $2,000 a year, which still is not enough to live on. But again, this is assuming I don't buy any more stock, and this is assuming that I don't do any reinvesting. I just take it and put it in my pocket, and that's not what I intend on doing. So I am so excited about this growth right here. Let me back up a screen. I'm ecstatic about this growth right here. I cannot wait until next month when I start to earn those monthly dividends. I have a handful of stocks that are now monthly dividends, so I cannot wait to see it where I end up. So if you've enjoyed this, I'd appreciate it if you'd hit the subscribe button, or if you enjoy my channel, I'd appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button. If you would like to know when my next video is out, go ahead and hit the bell for notifications. And I'd really like a thumbs up to let me know that you are enjoying my videos. So thank you so much for spending a little bit of time with me today and watching my second dividend update. I cannot wait to see what I am busy doing this week with dividends. Right now, I don't have any dividends on track to be deposited this week. So when we come back to that upcoming dividend view, I forgot to show you this monthly calendar. So there's nothing coming up this week that I'm supposed to be getting dividends on, but that's okay. I may have a little bit of money to invest in additional stocks. So I don't know what this week coming up is going to hold for me, but I cannot wait to share it with you next week and see what's going on with it. So thanks again for watching Managing My Money with Rosa. I'll see you later. Bye.